Look, this is how much it's going to cost, this is what we need to do, and you get QBCC insurance on top of that. So of course, they'd be like, oh no, here we go. They'd had so many water problems, so you can imagine the stress level that they'd be under.
Everything's gonna be alright.
G'day Gladiators, I'm Kenny and today I'm here down at Prager Street in Chapel Hill because yesterday I got a phone call from a client. Well, we've been here before, we did a lot of work, we fixed up a roof leak, and yesterday the client rings up and they're in a panic. The lounge is full of water. It's full of water. Right, so okay, it's urgent, we've got to get here. So it's Australia Day 2023 and I've come down here in the morning, it's 8:50. I've come down here to check out what the issue is and see if I can fix it, and then we'll go underneath and check out the leak and see what's actually happened. You ready, Kyo? Come on, let's go. Hey, this way, wrong house, go ahead. A little bit of background, this house, it's if you don't know Chapel Hill is on the foothills or the side of Mount Cootha, which is one of the big botanical gardens and big garden park areas. I don't think garden's the right word, but park areas, trail walking, trail riding, a lot of things like that. So it's on the edge of that, so there's a lot of leaves around and it kind of has like a semi-rainforest type of feel, so it's dewy and you know, and it rained last night and it rained the day before. So yeah, just a bit of background on what Chapel Hill is, and this house is right smack bang right in the edge of the hill. The leak's in there, up in there. So they're getting a whole heap of work because the house has had a lot of water problems, but the leak is in up there. But rightio. The leak originally when we first came here was underneath this area right here. And what it was caused by was a rusty hole in the original roof. The owners then engaged a contractor to come in, he was apparently a roofer, to come in and do some work, and then it leaked even worse. And he came back and did it again, and it still leaked, and he hadn't solved the problem. So then they called MyCladders, and we came in and we did a whole heap. It took a while to work out how we're going to fix this, but basically we went through and put a new flashing on here, on the bottom there. So there's a new apron, a new K flashing with silicone over the top. We've come around there. Now this was all exposed asbestos or FC. I imagine it was asbestos. Look at the age of the house. So we've completely skinned that all the way down there over a new flashing. We left this existing roofing in place because there's nothing wrong with that. However, we put a brand new dry pan in under here, all the way to the top. We've got new barges and aprons around the top there, and a new transition flashing. Now that was done very, very poorly, and it showed a lot of signs of water ingress around here, so we pulled all of the side of that off and got that in. Another thing we did is up the top here, let me jump up. What we did is actually put a new skin on the roof of here, because the roof that was up here was actually falling slightly backwards, and so we couldn't waterproof it. So what we've actually done is we've battened that up and put some fall. So this is now sitting at 2 degrees, and then we have the new barge that wraps around and seals that all off. We also then went through and put new capping across here, secondary to that, because the capping that was on here, now I don't have any photos of it, was just FC board over the top and render. Rightio. So now that I've taken you through all of that and you can see what we've had to do, and we've gone through and we've fixed all of that, you can see, I just want to pinpoint one thing. If you look at code states 40mm spacings for the rivets, and these have all completely been undersealed all the way under that. You can tell because when I push down on one, there's no separation in that, it all goes together as one. So as long as the owners do some maintenance and make sure they clean the leaves out, which they've been doing very well, because I came here and I thought maybe the leak is because the gutters are full. Like, right, here you go. The gutters have actually been cleaned out very recently, so that is a bonus. And I mean, that's a very common, especially on these flat roofs. Roofs leak because the gutters fill up with leaves, and then that all backs up and the water can't get away, and it just pours straight back inside the house, and that's very, very common. Rightio. So now that I've shown you up there and what we've done, let's go investigate this leak. Here you go, Kai. You're right. As you can see, the house is in a bit of a construction site. You can see through there's a window. Water had been coming through and it actually flooded all the way through the floor there. The original leak was coming through here. So let's just talk about here now. So look at this, you can see all of this sort of damaged insulation, and it looks like it's got a bit of a sag on it. Now, the sag part is actually normal. That is what will happen. You'll get that sag between your rafters or your battens where the insulation sits. In this situation, the owners aren't living on site here. They're not in the house anymore, and they're living away from site. They have contractors in here, builders and other contractors, carrying out the work of the renovation, or should I say rectification, remediation works, whatever the correct terminology is. And it's the contractors that contacted the owners and said, the house has got water, it's got leaks coming in after the storm last night. And that's when the owner called me up and said, the lounge room is full of water. We went through that situation, we went through and said, okay, let's go through, because it hasn't leaked previous to now. There's been multiple storms previous to now, so why would it start leaking after this storm? So that led me to think the gutters are full of leaves. That wasn't the case. I asked, they said, no, we've cleaned it out. So anyway, they sent through photos that the contractor had sent them, showing this damaged, dilapidated, water damaged insulation, right? The sarking on the bottom of the insulation. So of course, they'd be like, oh no, here we go. They'd had so many water problems. So you can imagine the stress level that they'd be under. So it's like, okay, I'll come out here and I'll have a look. And I walked in. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, I've already been through here, so I know what the outcome is. I walked in, and I stuck my finger up in that hole. See, that looks like it's one of the big wet areas. Again, that looks like a big wet area. There's another big wet area there. Another wet area, another wet area. And you can see I've put my finger in through there. It's bone dry. It's completely dry. The interesting thing is the fact that the carpenters pulled, or the contractors had pulled the ceiling down. They saw that and go, oh, it's leaked, it's been leaking. They hadn't paid any attention to it before, or it wasn't exposed to them before. I'm not sure about that. And they see that and go, it's wet, it's leaking. Now, if you look up there, can you see that? It looks as if it has been wet. However, that is all previous damage. Again, over here, it's all previous damage from before we arrived to site and actually did the remediation works that I showed you just before. So, essentially, the outcome is that there is no leak and they can keep going with their build. They can keep going, fixing everything up. I've called the client and let them know, and they're relieved. When you go through traumatic things, anything that is even close to that will trigger that trauma to come back at you, and you go to a state of irrational thought, and essentially we're able to alleviate that for them, and they can go on to have a good Australia Day. And
did you have fun? Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Did you have fun? Should we go home and see the family? Should we go home?
Everything is gonna be alright.
Rightio, there we have it. There's another job well done. It's great to find out that when we do the work to alleviate the water ingress, to stop the problem, to fix the problem, it's great to know that it fixes the problem. So these customers had problem, had water come in. They had a roofer, I think he was a tile roofer. However, there was no QBCC insurance and it leaked. It actually leaked worse after he'd done the job than before he'd done the job. And something that he did it once and then it leaked, and then he came back and fixed it up and did it again and it still leaked. So you could see how the customers were very stressed about it. And then when we came along, I basically said to them, look, this is how much it's going to cost, this is what we need to do, and you get QBCC insurance on top of that.
Rise to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be